Well, today I have arrived at the front lines of the coronavirus crisis. I'm at the Jefferson City Medical Group. No worries. and We are honored to be here. Jefferson City Medical Group is one of our advertisers for LO Profile magazine. And I'm walking into the women's clinic right now, and this is a beautiful waiting room you have here, by the way. And I have two wonderful ladies who are going to talk with us. First, I have Jamie Patterson here. Jamie is the Vice President of Marketing for JCMG, is how I'll refer to it from here on out. And then we have Dr. Jodi Berendzen here also. She's an OBGYN with Jefferson City Medical, JCMG. So we're going to start with Jamie. Okay, let me sit down here. This is really something. Look, they've even got a fireplace here. We don't have it on, but... Okay, Jamie. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing fine, thanks. I'd like to have you kind of bring us up to date on, do you have new hours here? What kind of things are you doing here that you weren't doing before?
Sure. So we do have an hours change that we want to make sure the community knows about.
Okay.
So here at our Stadium Medical Campus, kind of our main center hub here in Jeff City, we are open 8 to 3 now, Monday through Thursday, and closed on Fridays. There are a handful of exceptions. So our express care and our pediatric express care that are located here on this campus are open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday 9 to 2. So that you still have 7-day-a-week access to walk-in care with those. Our pharmacy is open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to noon on Saturday. And our lab is open 8 to 4 Monday through Friday and 9 to 11 on Saturday.
Okay.
So that's
Now,
that's
if I'm concerned that I may have COVID-19, what should I do?
Well, we would encourage you to call before you come. So
Okay.
if you'll dial the main JCMG number, it's 573-635-JCMG. You'll hear a prompt to press option 1 if you
Okay.
have questions about COVID. So just call that number and press option 1, and they will walk you through kind of a screening and let you know where you should head, if it's here or over to a hospital testing site.
Great. Good information. Thank you. We'll get back to you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Dr. Berendzen, we're very honored and humbled to be here with you on the front lines. And tell us a little bit so far about what your day's been like.
So, typical busy day in the life of an OBGYN. This morning I got all my kids' stuff ready to go for their homeschooling with their dad, and then left, went to the hospital, did my rounds. I've been seeing patients in clinic. I have delivered 1 baby so far today, and I have 4 more in labor. So it'll be a late night for me.
So babies aren't waiting for this thing to get over with, are they?
No.
Yes.
So that's the good part about my job, is that even in the middle of crisis, we still have new babies and new life.
Well, thank you for the great work you're doing. We want to talk about 2 main subjects today. The first we'll talk about is telemedicine.
Yes.
Getting a lot of publicity these days.
Yes.
Are you using it here at
Yes, I am.
JCMG?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What conditions do people, now you're an OBGYN, so you might have a special circumstances, but what conditions are people calling in about on
Sure. So some of the things that I have personally done with telemedicine, I have talked with women who are doing their postpartum visit.
Mm-hmm.
Through telemedicine, I've talked to a couple women who have some postpartum depression, and so we've addressed those concerns.
Wow.
And so those are the main ones. Also, I've done a couple of contraceptive phone calls and talked about the different options, and we can do that over the phone, and then I can prescribe the medicine, send that to their pharmacy without them having to come in for an appointment.
And all I have to use is some web-enabled device to give you a call. I don't have to be real tech savvy.
No, I'm not tech savvy. I am not tech savvy, but it's very easy, even for
That's
people
wonderful.
like me.
That's great. And does my insurance cover this?
Yes.
That's wonderful. How do I set up an appointment?
With the telemedicine?
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're having people call in just like normal to the office, and then the nurses that are scheduling those appointments are putting them on my schedule, so you have a designated time spot when you can expect the video call to come through.
That's great. We're going to kind of shift now. Jamie's been telling me that one of the big problems right now is that people aren't coming to see their doctor as they normally would.
Sure.
And it may be because they're afraid to come here. So let's try to rest their minds a little bit. What safety precautions are you aware of that are being taken at JCMG to protect patients who are concerned about COVID-19?
Right, because that is the concern, is safety. We want people to be safe. We want to be safe ourselves. And so we have started to do certain things to keep everyone safe.
Wonderful.
The patients, the providers, the nurses, everyone. And so some of those things include that everyone that comes to the door gets screened.
I know I did. I had my temperature
screening,
taken.
And questions asked if you've been exposed to anyone that has COVID-19, then we are
Won't let you in.
those. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're probably cleaning a little bit.
Right,
Obviously, this is the kind of place you're always keeping clean. I think it's probably the cleanest place in town.
Extra cleaning, we're wiping everything down multiple times. We're not sharing pens and keeping all of our services very clean. And
are you having any trouble here obtaining personal protective equipment?
you know, I have lots of contacts throughout the country, and I think that there is very desperate areas where the PPE is in high demand, but I have been very pleased with how we have been able to control that and enable all of us to have the PPE, and we're always in masks with every patient encounter that we have.
That's wonderful to know. And if I've got a chronic condition, I shouldn't have to worry about coming here, should I?
So with chronic medical conditions, it's very important that you continue that care.
Yep.
And continue to see the doctor and know that we are doing all of our enhanced measures to keep you safe.
Well, again, Dr. Berendzen, I want to thank you. Good luck with the rest of your day. It sounds like you're not done yet. We'll move back over here to Jamie. I have one more question for you, Jamie.
Okay.
What's your favorite magazine?
Well, LO Profile, no doubt.
Wonderful. Thank you. Ladies, I thank you so much. And we, again, appreciate your work and what you're doing to keep the community safe. Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
good, thank you.